Hey guys, how you doing? This is Nick, otherwise known as I Says It Kills, and today we're going over a full guide and tutorial on the hidden Easter egg after you finish the main Easter egg on Deadly Lover's Fortress. Let's dive in. Just as in the previous Easter eggs, you gotta go ahead and complete the full main objective, which is the guided Easter egg on this map. Once you do that, you gotta interact with the metal weapon case or coffin, which I'll show you in a second here. Once the zombies are whittled down and you are safe to do so, go ahead and interact with the case. Since you've completed all 3 previous seals, if you're doing it in order, you're going to spawn in the stranger and go ahead and shoot him just like you did in the previous maps. Now, just like in previous maps, there will be several spawn points for the stranger, which we'll go over them now. As in previous runs, when you're looking for the stranger, listen out for the sound cue, which sounds like this. First location will be in the castle grounds area, which will be hanging out in this windowsill right here. Next location will be up the stairs, up these stairs, and at this metal case, or sorry, glass case right here. Another location will be in the castle grounds, up the stairs. If you go in this doorway and look up to the left, you'll be right here. Once you shoot all 3, you will hear that sound cue signifying that you are done. But before we move on, let's go over some more spawns. Another spawn point that the stranger could spawn at is in the fire and ice castle. The fire and ice castle. The banqueting hall, sorry. I'm reading the top left instead of the, well anyways. He's gonna be right there in the middle, hanging out right there. Right next to the cannon. Although, obviously, if you went that far in the Easter egg, this will be there. He will be there. Another spawn would be right here, where you shot the ball for the power. Will be right here in this corner. Another spawn will be in spawn, next to this board on the left side. Will be hanging out right here. Once the third one is shot, it's going to go ahead and make the sound cue, and you go on to the next step. For the next step, you want to go ahead and hop back into the teleporter and go to the area where you first fought Baylor. Head down the dungeon cells, and you're going to go ahead and interact with the box that spawned there. Once you reach the end, you're going to notice the box is right here with guess. Our old friend, Demon Goat. And we're going to follow Demon Goat again throughout the map. And then this time, he will spawn enemies as well. So just make sure you're set up and prepared. Follow him around the map. This time though, he's going to spawn in 2 bosses. So make sure you're really prepared. Once he gets close to the teleporter, this is when he'll be spawning the 2 bosses. What I suggest on this is take out one, concentrate on one, that way you can at least have one of them off the playing field. That's kind of what I did. Once they're both dead, you'll be on to the next step. Just be careful throughout this encounter though, because they can trip you up. They do hit hard. Just be careful, play safe. You'll hear the sound cue, as you just heard, and you'll be on to the next step. What you want to do is you want to head back to spawn, and you're going to be able to interact with this metal crate or coffin thing. And what you're going to do is you're going to head around the spawn area, and there's going to be these zombies posted on these little crucifix sticks right here, or hanging right here. What you need to do is use the wonder weapon on this map and strike it with the sword. There's one location that's next to spawn. There's another one that's up this ramp, which I'll get to right here. I think I'm going for a challenge. So we'll make a little cut and come back to this. So if you're in spawn, we're going to do this one again. There's one of them. That one we already did. I was just kind of testing it out just to make sure. We'll get to the next location now, which is right next to it. Turn right behind you. And that's how you know you got it. It's those eyes are glowing at first. And then when you hit them, those eyes turn off. That's the third one there. The fourth one's over here next to the cage. And then the last one's up to the weapons. Up this little hill. Right here. Once you hear that sound cue, you're on to the next step. Now keep in mind, when you do interact with this, there's going to be 2 bosses that's going to spawn. So just make sure you're prepared. Just like the same thing as before, take care of one so you can focus on the other. Be safe. Maybe do this at the end of the round where you only have just the one zombie. Once you're done, you'll hear the sound cue. And you're ready for the next step. Now the next step is you're going to want to teleport again. And you want to come down to this hallway here, and you're going to grab a green lantern. Or should I say purple lantern. You're going to use this purple lantern to look for symbols around the dungeon. Now, kind of like the same thing as the previous maps, you have 1 through 4 in numeral or in Roman numerals. But you're looking for that here. Now, the same thing goes, if you find 3 of them, you can brute force the 4th one. So just look around for Roman numerals, and once you find one, like this one here, keep track of the symbol, write it down, take a picture, whatever you need to do, take a screenshot, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next symbol here. Alright, found my second symbol. 2, and it looks like that little jackal head looking to the right. I'm going to take note of that, and we'll go ahead and try to find another one. Alright, we found our next symbol here, which is the number 3. It looks like it's the Odin helmet or Odin head. So I'm going to keep note of that and move on to the next symbol here. Or actually, probably can brute force it, one or the other. Once you have your 3 to 4 symbols, whichever one you wanted to go for and you didn't want to brute force it, or if you did, head back to the dungeon portion where you let go of the first Baylor you fought for the main quest of the Easter egg, and you're going to notice that in the back there's going to be the 4 switches you can switch around for symbols, which I'll show you to you now. You're going to head back, and it's going to be in the back left here. This is where you're going to enter your symbols. And just like before, whether you took a screenshot or whatever, just enter the 3 or 4 if you found 4, and go ahead and brute force the 4th one. But just go one by one. Even during this, by the way, ads are going to spawn. So just kind of be careful, because even if you save one, what I found, anytime I was messing with it, a couple more spawn. So just be careful. Take your time with it. Change it as it goes. And then once you're finished, you get your sound cue, and we'll move on to the next step. Once you change the last one, you'll hear that sound cue, and we'll go ahead and move on. After in the correct code, don't do what I did. Don't forget to pick up your token. After picking up the token, now it's time to get ready for the boss fight. Once you're ready, enter the boss fight arena, and just like all the rest of the Easter eggs, place your token into the metal weapon casing here, or coffin, I've been calling it coffin, and start doing damage on the boss. Now, this boss fight is extremely different in terms that it spawns a lot more heavy enemies. So just be careful. It's going to spawn in Abraham, and it's going to spawn in the antler guy, whatever you want to call him. I think they call him Thomas. But you're going to need to take care of Thomas and take care of Abraham in order for you to continue doing DPS on the boss. Be careful. Watch out that the floor is electrified, and keep in mind that the lasers that you see right there are walls and you can't walk through it. So take your time here, and just be careful, and it should be no problem for you. Once you take care of Thomas, you'll be able to do more DPS on the boss. Just find like an open space, especially once you first kill Thomas, because it's going to give you some freeway as far as when you DPS. And as you can see right there, it only allowed me to do a little bit of damage before they spawned them again. So when they say hardcore, they mean it. So you just got to take him out again, both Abraham and Thomas, in order for you to start doing DPS. The floor is on the ground, the floor is electrified, so just be careful. The laser walls are there. Thomas ends up doing his teleportation stuff, so just use your best judgment. Kind of the same as before. I'll take out one at a time if I could. Once the Thomas is down, you can continue doing damage. As you can see here, don't make my mistake where you run out of ammo before, well, right when DPS starts. You can grab ammo. If you need to jump through the electrified stuff, just kind of jump a little bit. This is where the portion of the boss fight where we'll start spawning in abominations as well. So just be careful. As you can see, it only lets you do a little bit of DPS at a time, and it makes you to keep having to take care of these larger enemies. Same as before, this abomination is spewing acid on the floor, making our space smaller and even smaller. So keep an eye on your health, jump a lot, because it does help you as far as, you know, keeping some health. So just be careful. Take, like I said, one boss at a time. Once you do take down Thomas, you'll be able to do DPS again. And as you can see, the minute we took down Thomas, an abomination spawned right away. And as you can see, there's really no clear moments you can DPS. As far as, you know, having no big bosses on the field, that's never going to happen. When you start getting to 20% of health, however, as you can see, not only is an abomination added to the field, the big sword stroker guy, what I forgot what they call him, spawns as well. The guys from Sewers boss fight. So just be careful. Watch out for the floors. Do DPS when you can. Don't go for the portal right away. Just like the rest of the boss fights, take your time here. Take all of the mini bosses out, and then interact with the portal. Alright, I remembered his name now, Baylor, I think is his name. Once you take the Baylor out, and then also take out the abominations, notice that I got my fourth token there. I'm very stoked about it. I get to use my god weapon in the next map I do, so that is awesome. Once you are done admiring your reward, go ahead to the portal and interact. GG's, you are done with the Deadly Fortress, or Lover's Fortress. Deadly Lover's Fortress. There you go. I wanted to say it right. But if you guys did like the video and you did find it informative that helped you on your run, please press that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. Hopefully this guys helped you out. Also, let me know what you guys are thinking about Sker Ritual, what you guys are thinking about the Easter eggs. Love to hear your thoughts. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching.